Hey y'all, how are you? My name is Jenny if you're new here, and today I just wanted to share a little collective haul with y'all from the past week, just little things I grabbed. Goodwill, Antique Mall, and a yard sale. So I went with a friend of mine to Goodwill the other day, and they had actually moved the books. So check your Goodwill if you think they're out of, I don't know if all of them's doing it, obviously, but these were not with the books. They were actually up front underneath some tables. So you had to dig for these this day. I wasn't really in the mood to dig on this day, so we just kind of skimmed over them, picked out a few, and these are what I got. They were, I think they were $2.99 a piece, which that's kind of crazy to me for kids' books. I mean, obviously not if it's a like a special book you've been looking for, but and you know, saying that out loud, that's not really a bad price if you're getting them, you know, to read, to rip up and sell. It should totally be worth $3. But in my head, that's just a lot at a thrift store. You know, they're usually like 50 cents at, you know, most of them, I feel like. Anyways, I know a lot of you are probably like, no, that's amazing. I pay $5 or $6. But anyways, I'm cheap when it comes to, you know, thrifting, I guess. I did get a couple of Christmas ones, but I'm going to save those for my collective Christmas in July haul. So, grabbed a couple of little golden books. This one is newer. This one isn't super, super old, but it's a little bit older, so I like how the pages look in it. So, I grabbed those for whenever I finally decide to make some little golden books again. And then I grabbed this, The Story of the Loaves and Fishes. This is so cute. This little girl is so, so cute. And I feel like my friend Lynette has done a journal with this little girl in there. Or maybe I did. You know what? That's been a long time ago. I feel like this little girl looks familiar. But, of course, these images would be adorable in a, you know, I mean, I would love this in my own personal journal, but I would probably put it in a kid's journal or a prayer journal, some of the little Bible stories. So cute. Well, I mean, it's one Bible story, but some of the images with the characters. So I love, love, love how the illustrations are in this little book. It is 1985. It was, I thought that said a 5, but a 55. No, that's 85. So, super cute book. I will say this one book, as I'm opening it, has a heavy cigarette smoke smell, so I'm going to have to figure out how to, I probably need to get some purification oil or something and soak that in like a Ziploc bag. I think I've seen people put them in the freezer or something in a Ziploc bag. I'll have to Google that and see, but I'll definitely have to do that to that. And then I grabbed this. I know this is a newer book, but I love how the pages are matte. And I don't do a whole lot of Disney unless I'm, you know, doing a like a specific, like, you know, little golden book for like a baby journal or something. But I did my niece's album, my niece's baby album a few weeks ago, and I was wanting to put some little princesses in there. But I couldn't find any childlike images to put that I thought were cute to put in a baby book, other than like Bambi, things like that. So the princesses I couldn't find, but this would be perfect to use for things like that. Mary Englebright's Mother Goose. This was exciting. Y'all can't talk today. This was exciting to find. It's from 2005, so technically it is vintage now, which is crazy, but it's not vintage like we like to think. But I mean, just adorable, bright and fun. I love making like large journaling cards out of these images for my baby albums. And sometimes it's just fun to have these super large books for filler pages for, sometimes I bite off a little more than I can chew when I'm making a journal, and it turns out, look how cute in a Christmas journal. It just turns out to be a super large journal sometimes, and I need larger book pages to kind of balance it out, so these would be perfect for something like that. So I grabbed that. On this day, I did meet a lady. Her name was Deborah. I don't know if she's watching this video, if she even cares to watch my videos, but hey, Deborah, if you're watching, it was fun to meet someone, you know, out looking that actually is a junk journaler too. She was like, do you make junk journals? And I was like, yes. And anyways, it was so fun chatting with her because, yeah, it's just rare that you meet someone, you know, that does this too. So, I also grabbed in that Goodwill this day, this is not crafty related, but this vase was $1.99, and I thought that was so cute. Love the blues and whites or blues and creams in the summertime. So I believe that's all for Goodwill that day. We'll go to the yard sale next. So I grabbed this gravy boat. How cute is that? That was $1, by the way. These were 4 for $1. So I just picked through them and picked out the ones that I like the best. I love closing up my journals sometimes in, like, especially like the vintage, you know, little pins. But I thought that had a sterling marking on it. I'll have to see if that's a number or not. But anyways, this one I thought was beautiful for a Christmas journal. I mean, obviously this would be beautiful to wear too. But here's this little one. Oh, I need to save those for my Christmas haul, right? And then the little angel with the wand. So I'm going to stick these up here actually to put with my Christmas stuff. This one was cute. It's a little pewter, I think. It's kind of heavy. Little blackboard with calculator, ruler, a little math book, a pencil, and an apple. I don't know. I just thought these two would be so cute on a back to school journal. And then this one, this would be pretty on one of the cottage journals. 1988, handmade. So I also grabbed up this little trinket box this day for $1 at that garage sale. How cute is that little butterfly? And I grabbed this little goblet or dessert. It's probably like a little dessert bowl, but it's really heavy, and my daughter and I are always wanting to make candles, so I'm always grabbing up pretty little vessels that I think would be fun to make a candle in. So this was 50 cents. She had a bag of linens, just kind of all thrown in a bag for, I don't know, I think it was like $2 or $3. So I grabbed some, I mean, I grabbed the bag, obviously, but it had these beautiful doilies inside. And then this beautiful little, I'm sure it's a hand towel, but I love the embroidery on the bottom. Y'all, my stomach is growling so loud. I don't know if you can hear that. If you can, I apologize because it's so loud. It kind of sounds like I have a dog at my feet. Then I grabbed these. I think this was like $1 for the set. But it just has these roosters on there. How cute would these be, like in a, I don't know, farm journals, cottage journals. Just, I feel like these would go in a eclectic type journal. Just super fun. She had this fabric. I believe it was like $2 for this. There's probably 3 or 4 yards here. And it's just a heavy duty, just upholstery fabric. It says it's protected with some type of soil and stain repellent. So I thought that was cool. You know, if I wanted to use it for throw pillows or something, but I don't know. That just screamed cottage style. I mean, you know, all the journals we love. This is just beautiful to me. I mean, the prints are larger, so it's kind of hard when they're on a larger scale to use on a journal. But, I mean, obviously you could just do this just on the cover. I mean, that would be a giant journal, but, like, you know, just portions of it. The edges have small enough pieces you could cut out or use on the journal cover. But, yeah, I thought this was beautiful for a couple of dollars. And then we had went to an antique mall that day. You know what? I don't really remember. I've got a couple things here, but I was thinking I bought something journal related, but y'all may not have. Oh, I did grab these flashcards for $1. That was fun. Because I don't usually find flashcards, actually. Not like that, anyway. So I grabbed this cute little coffee mug. Y'all know I love a good coffee mug. Now, I don't know if this is iridescent. I don't think it's metal. But, so I don't know if I can put this in the microwave, but such a cute little mug. This was $3. And then, yeah, I'm kind of sitting here looking around. I don't remember what else I bought that day, y'all. I thought I had it all beside me, but... So lastly, this is funny. Y'all are probably going to laugh at me. But they had this there for $5. And it's the Elizabeth Arden Sunflowers perfume. I mean, how cute would this be cut up on a journal page, you know? But anyways, I was like, oh my goodness, you know, and we had to smell it because she's my friend that was with me. She's my age. And I mean, it was definitely a throwback to 1995. I mean, all day long. Like you were on the beach in Panama City. It was just crazy. I guess wherever they originally paid $25. And this was even after it's marked down. Because I feel like this was probably in the $40 to $50 range once upon a time. You know, because it was, you know, a top-ish mid-grade probably perfume. Anyways, it's a full bottle. I grabbed it mainly just for fun so my daughters could smell it, you know, just because, you know, it was just a throwback. But then I got home and looked it up, and, like, you can evidently get it at Walmart now for, like, $10, which is funny to me. Anyways, I love my favorite perfume is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. And they have kind of changed the formula over the years. You kind of got to find it when it... I don't know, maybe like when it's at TJ Maxx or something and it's been a bottle that wasn't sold. I don't know. Like, you can find them sometimes that smell really good like it's supposed to. Anyways, you know, it's like around $100, but you can find it at TJ Maxx for $50 when you can find it. That's my favorite perfume, but I was thinking, you know, will it ever be at Walmart for $5, you know? I don't know. That's just funny how that happens. Because I'm curious, is Elizabeth Arden, is she even in, like, I'm trying to picture being in Belk's. And I know there's, or, you know, a department store. I know that, you know, like there's Clinique, there's Estee Lauder. But I don't know if Elizabeth Arden, is it? Is it still a thing for makeup? I'm curious. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this tiny little crafty haul today, and I hope you're having a wonderful week. And I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. I'll have my Instagram link below where you usually catch first glimpse at my journals if you want to reserve one or buy one. And then, of course, I share them over here as well. But I hope to see y'all in the next one soon, and y'all have a great day. Bye.